What do you think would happen if you acted like you were already the best version of yourself in this moment? Not someday. Not after more confidence. Not after more proof. Right now. How would you stand? How would you speak? What would you stop tolerating? Most people never ask themselves this question seriously. They wait. They delay. They tell themselves they'll change once life changes first. But the Stoics understood something most people miss. You don't become stronger by waiting. You become stronger by acting differently before circumstances improve. So try this. Act like you are already the best version of yourself in this moment. Not because you need to prove anything, not because you want to compete, but because there's a version of you that already knows how to move with discipline, clarity, and self-respect. And it's been waiting for you to stop hesitating. The world has been trying to define you since day one. Labels from society, doubts from friends, judgments from people who don't know your story. But the Stoics had a different message. Your power isn't found in what happens around you. Your power is found in how you govern yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote it plainly. You control your mind, not external events. When you understand this, you stop living reactively and start living deliberately. So stand a little taller, breathe a little slower, relax your shoulders. Imagine moving through your day without rushing, without shrinking, without needing approval. Because when you carry yourself like the best version of you, something changes. People feel it, not because you're loud, because you're grounded. The way you enter a room, the way you pause before speaking, the way you respond when pressure shows up. It all communicates something. The Stoics believed greatness is built in private, not in loud victories, but in quiet control. Seneca said the strongest person is the one who conquers himself. So when I say act like the best version of you, I'm not talking about ego. I'm talking about standards. Standards for how you speak. Standards for how you react. Standards for what you tolerate from yourself. Because nobody wakes up and hands you a crown. You wear it first. You decide that your time matters, that your word matters, that your character matters. And once you start living like that, something else happens. You stop chasing approval. You stop explaining yourself. You stop shrinking just to keep the peace. You rise, quietly, with the calm certainty of someone who knows who they are. Look at Epictetus, born into slavery. No status, no power by society's standards, yet he became one of the most respected Stoic teachers in history. Why? Because he mastered what he could control, himself. So let this be your wake-up moment. Don't act small. Don't speak like your voice is optional. Don't live like your presence is negotiable. Live like your actions represent who you're becoming. Not arrogance, responsibility. Responsibility to your potential. Say this to yourself. I act like the best version of me, not to impress others, but to honor myself. Because when you live this way, fear loses leverage, hesitation weakens, courage becomes normal. Marcus Aurelius said, "Stop arguing about what a good person should be. Be one." Same rule applies here. Stop wondering if you're ready. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop waiting to be chosen. Choose yourself. This is the first step of transformation. So before we go deeper into the Stoic principles that make this real in daily life, make a quiet commitment. From this point forward, you don't shrink, you don't lower your standards, you don't let fear decide for you. You walk with composure, you speak with clarity, you move with intention. Because greatness isn't an award, greatness is a decision. Now let's begin. Principle 1. Rule your mind, or it will rule you. If you can't direct your thoughts, you can't direct your life. The Stoics taught that the greatest battle isn't outside, it's internal. A distracted mind creates weakness. A fearful mind creates hesitation. A disciplined mind creates presence. Everything flows from thought. To rule your mind means you stop letting doubt run the system. You stop letting other people's opinions take up space in your head. You stop treating every anxious thought like truth. Most people are free physically, but mentally confined. A doubt appears, and they obey it. Someone else succeeds, and they immediately reduce themselves. They wake up waiting for circumstances to tell them how to feel. That's not strength. The Stoic way is decision. Today, my mind belongs to me. Imagine your mind like a guarded city. Every thought wants entry: fear, jealousy, anger, self-pity. You decide what enters. You are not your thoughts. You are the one choosing them. Seneca said we suffer more in imagination than in reality, meaning most battles are lost internally before life even arrives. So here's the practice. Pause before reacting. When something triggers you, don't give it control. Breathe, choose, speak to yourself with authority. I'm steady, I'm capable, I can handle this. Focus on what you control. When storms rise, don't fight the wind, adjust your direction. These aren't small habits, they're the foundation of real confidence. Because the strongest people aren't those who dominate others. They're the ones who refuse to be ruled by weakness within. Epictetus said, "No one is free who isn't master of himself." That's greatness, not applause, not attention, self-mastery. Principle 2. Walk with quiet confidence, not loud pride. Real confidence doesn't announce itself. It has weight. The world confuses noise with power, but wisdom recognizes presence. Think of a mountain. It doesn't explain itself. It doesn't demand recognition. You feel it without a word. That's confidence. Arrogance seeks reaction. Confidence stays grounded. So let your actions speak. Let consistency speak. Let calm speak. When provoked, choose composure. When ignored, stay steady. The strongest people don't waste energy on small battles. They rise above them. Principle 3. Stand tall in adversity. Anyone can feel confident when life is easy. The test is difficulty. The Stoics saw hardship as training. Marcus Aurelius said, "What blocks the path becomes the path." Pressure forms strength, so don't ask why me. Ask, what is this building in me? Stand tall. Steady breath, clear eyes. Fire tests gold. Adversity tests character. The strongest people aren't those who avoided hardship. They're the ones who endured it and emerged refined. Principle 4. Master discipline. The crown belongs to the consistent. Greatness isn't a moment. It's a pattern. Daily effort, daily restraint, daily standards. Discipline isn't dramatic. It's showing up. It's focus. It's keeping promises made in silence. And every promise you keep strengthens trust with yourself. That trust becomes confidence. Principle 5. Live with purpose. Because greatness isn't just about you. Marcus Aurelius said, "What isn't good for the hive isn't good for the bee." Purpose anchors you. Status fades. Wealth shifts. Purpose stays. So ask yourself, what am I building? Who am I becoming? What will my life stand for? Answer that, and drifting ends. Acting like the best version of you isn't arrogance. It's alignment. It's not proving yourself. It's becoming consistent with who you know you're meant to be. Rule your mind. Carry yourself with calm confidence. Stand tall under pressure. Practice discipline. Live with purpose. Seal it with this affirmation. I act daily as the best version of myself. I honor my mind, my standards, and my purpose. Subscribe to Ascend X Awaken if you're done with surface motivation and ready to build real self-mastery, discipline, and inner strength that holds when life applies pressure. This is where the work becomes who you are.